Hola, everyone. Welcome to A Metaphysical Interpretation of the Bible Study. Today is May. Wait, let me look at my calendar. 30th. May 30th, 2021. It is a fantastic and incredible day. I am here with Miss Smokey. Hola, Miss Smokey. Wait.
Hola.
Oh, there you are. Okay. And we're also here with Solution.
Greetings.
Welcome back, Solution.
Glad to be here.
You know, today is your day, by the way. You open today. I have been inspired to share this metaphysical Bible study with more people than usual. This is a great change. I've been saying that for a long time, but it's happening and we're in it right now. And there is something that I want to address, and it is about the all of the offers that are being put out there in the world now for people to take the shot. They're being offered money. They're being offered scholarships and all kinds of different things. Flights are being offered if you take this shot. And it is important to know that they can offer anything in the world when they know that it's going to be to your demise, because in your demise, they still gain. They gain money from everybody that transforms and goes to the other side. So they're never losing. You will be the one to lose by allowing them to continue to tell you what to do and to put these shots, because it's what they are, inside of your body. And there's more to come, because once you take one, you got to take 2 and 3 and boosters and this and that or the other. And I don't usually talk about this whole stuff because I recognize what it is, and I'm not part of it, not in any way, shape, or form. That is not my world. And so I'm only addressing it in this position now because it is just, the veil is lifted. And when you're seeing that you're being bribed to do something to yourself in a world that has suffered homelessness and hunger and all of these different things, it still does. And there has been no solution for that. But now they have a solution for a flu? Come on. I think you guys see it. No. And for those who don't see it, it wasn't for you to see, and that's okay. Don't feel bad about your choices. Ride on them and be true to yourself. And it is what it is. But the world is being separated, and I see that and I feel that, and it's a wonderful thing. I know some people feel really sad about losses and different things like that, but it's when you recognize that it's just part of life, you react differently to it, and that reaction creates another reality for yourself. So yeah, let me make sure that I'm getting text here. So let me make sure that that you guys can hear. Yes, we are. That's interesting. Okay. Because there's nobody in the chat, so I can't tell, Smokey, if we're live on the...
the audio.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. So we are on. I guess it wasn't coming on. Hola, Kyla. So So we were just sharing about the, what's happening in the world, and just the way that it's so evident now that they're doing with the bribery and everything for people to take this shot. It's like, for me, it was really an indication, Smokey, of it's really time to go. It's time to move on to that next thing, because it's plain as day now. And so those that don't see it and are going to continue to exist in the world that they exist in, then, hooray for them. And that's wonderful. But it's time for me to go. And that's just what it
Mm-hmm.
feels like in every aspect of, like everything in my life. It's time to move into this new thing, because I believe it, I believe it with all
Yeah.
my heart. And now it's like, I definitely have to take action like I know it.
Right.
And that's
Right.
part of it. So, I want to go ahead, and since I said that, I know I opened up with the bell, but I wanted to just kind of bring it back a little and give thanks for my ability to do this. I've been practicing this since I got it in 2013, and it's not an easy thing for people to do, and it's so easy for me that I take for granted the practice, that it takes to be able to have my vibration uh, go through this bowl. So I'm grateful for that. Where bringing it back, taking away what we spoke about earlier. Smokey, I don't even like. It's like I had to say it and I said it, but yeah, I'm not in that world. It's a whole new. Is everything is clear, crystal clear, and we see what's going on, and we're ready for all the greatness that continues to come. So I'm gonna give the floor to you, Smokey, so you can go ahead and get us ready for this wonderful reading today.
All righty then. Father, Mother God, we come before you with an open heart, an open mind, and a grateful knowingness that wherever you are, and you are with us consistently, that we are never alone. We are guided by your wisdom, your acknowledgement, your love. We ask that through this reading today that it touches the hearts of who it has to touch and those beyond that. Let it be a ripple effect of a knowingness that we are moving in another direction and we are totally protected. We ask that you give us the insight and the knowing that we are never, ever, ever alone, and we are all totally connected. We ask these things with a knowing and a great, great deal of appreciation. We ask these things as it is, and so it is.
And
Amen.
and so it is. Oh, where's wait, Smokey, wait. Oh, all right. And today, solution is opening up the page. It's just been an interesting. I'm excited. I'm gonna be quiet right now.
Got 508, but it's been highlighted quite
Oh,
extensively.
508, Smokey.
Okay. I was in the 500s. My Bible was open to 500, so we were in the neighborhood.
Good. And he's starting on John 6:31, verse 33. That there is that where you want to start? Okay.
Okay.
But sometimes I read it on my own, and I don't think he's wondering if we had opened that one in Bible study before, but I don't think if I didn't put a date on it, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't remember this one either.
Ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
John chapter 6, verses 31 through 33. Our fathers did eat manna in the desert. As it is written, he gave them bread from heaven to eat. Then Jesus said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of God is he which cometh down from heaven and giveth life unto the world. The first of the three verses gives us a view of the soul development during the spiritual evolution of humankind in a material environment. In truth, the entire quote is a lesson in the merging of body and soul with the guidance of the creative principle. The fact is that for millennia, our concern has been directed mostly toward the convenience and entertainment of the body, with little consideration of our spiritual welfare. The metaphysical concepts of the first verse are simple in the sense that even though we are physical beings, the higher energies of the universe actually sustain our lives. Generally, however, we have chosen to live and work with the lower energies at the risk of being repetitive. We must remember the Master's advice when he said in Matthew that heaven is within us. In this context, he is implying that these energies come from within us. By operating with the soul, we keep ourselves in a higher state of vibration and the natural higher energy streams, giving ourselves optimum health, mind, and emotion. Please note that the Master associates Moses with the physical self, upon which we rely entirely too much. He equates spiritual development with reaching the promised land. By his words, it would seem that humanity once operated in union with the higher principles, but we drifted away over time. People used to instinctively correct their course using the higher energies of life without having to be told how to do it. No intervention or intercession was necessary on the part of anyone. It was natural law in action, and they knew it. They knew how to use this energy for assistance in life's material world. That's the end of the paragraph.
That was this. I love that. I love that. I love that paragraph. I love that paragraph so much. It's, when you started reading it, the first thing, the mana and how the mana comes from heaven, directly from the source. And this is our food, right? And so it just kind of reminds you that you have everything that you need and you have it inside of you. And when you make this connection with source, with the universe, with Allah, then you are receiving everything that you need at all times. So when you get an inspiration to turn left instead of right, or when you get, an idea to do something, that's not just you by yourself. That is divine guidance. That is your ancestors. That is, something beyond you assisting you. And this is what we've all gotten away from. And then to know that if you were to be able to operate in that way, if you would remember that, the world would be a different place. And it is becoming a different place for those that do remember that.
Yeah. Or they haven't been affected by what's going on right now because they already know this isn't what's happening. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Smokey, we went hiking on Friday.
Uh-huh.
And for all of you that were expecting a session on Friday, I do apologize. But I couldn't, I definitely, I was like zapped out after that hike. And it was just the most, being in another world, in another world in this one, and realizing that everything is what it is in your mind. Where you are, where your mind is, that's where you are. And so if you
Yes.
don't work with yourself to be able to meet your, work with your spiritual team and work with your spiritual self so that you can maintain balance, then yeah, you get caught up and drugged down. And it's like those things are reminders for us of what's really going on. And what's really going on is what's happening inside of ourselves. And everybody's being called to work on their lower selves. Everybody's being challenged to do that. Even those of us that do know, we're being challenged still in some way, because it's been such a strong connection, the physical, and always working towards the physical and what we want physically, and not recognizing that the mental is what's making the physical. And that's why everybody's, and I'm not, well, not everybody's, but most people's lives are just really jacked up. And they're thinking that it's because of something outside, and it's like, but the truth is coming out. The truth is out. And it's so clear now, this truth, that it's very instinctual, just as it stated in the book. There was a time where people would operate in a way where you don't have to tell somebody when something is wrong or when something is right, because they feel it. And when you're very connected to yourself and the laws of the universe, then you're always going to be guided and directed. The more you trust, the more you gain. But when you lose trust and you're in fear, then you're out of control, and somebody else is telling you what to do, and is telling you how to heal, and is telling you where to go. And so the universe is asking for every individual to be their own guru and to be their own guide within all of this. You have to know what to do. And Smokey, this little thing right here made it clear to me. Like, I've been feeling really kind of guilty of moving away and kind of like shutting things down. But if I don't shut things down, I can't move forward. And what we're doing is we're realizing the first cell center, the Community Enhancement Learning Life Center, it is coming to fruition. And I can't do that while I'm here. I have to be single in purpose. And I've been so serious about this. And it's just been so interesting, because even in our last session, Smokey, I was thinking like, oh, I'm not letting go of anything. I'm not letting go of anything. And no, yeah, I am not letting go of anything, because it's like the life that supports it here, makes it feel like, oh my gosh, I can't. Look, it's breathing. I can't just go away. And, I've already given life to this. So it's time to move on. You know what I'm saying? And I have to trust that the life that I've given to this project here is real, and it's going to continue, and it's going to continue no matter where I am or where I go, because I've done the work. So, because Smokey, I don't really know where I'm going. I don't know I don't know what's happening. I know that it's good. I know that it's fantastic. And I'm just, look, day by day, and every day a little something more is revealed, and I'm so excited about it, and I'm just trusting it, and it feels really good to be able to do that. And today's page, just confirmed that for me. How was it for you, Solution?
Today's page, it said, or it conveyed to me that assessing and being aware of the spiritual side of our existence is very important, and it definitely needs to be honored and invested in. And that side of it, I assume it still is talking about the physical, but it was saying that when you are existing in the spiritual vibration of existence, you are at your highest your highest place of existence. You are existing in the optimal place of in nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In your status of
in your
how you
highest
navigate.
form.
Yeah. Yes. And it was just pretty much, saying that, acknowledging that and really existing in that place is where you are in your best or highest benefit.
Absolutely. And it's that really, it is the solution for your evolution is your spirituality. You cannot move on without it. And this is what everything is speaking is the importance of our connection with our creator. And this is not about, you know what? I'm not going to say anymore because I stand corrected. Religion was tarnished and religion was made to be something really jacked up. The religion is ourselves and the study of ourselves. So religion is not bad, but the religion that has been created, that has been, been put out in the world is different than what true religion is, And so I can't say that this is not about religion.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Smokey.
Exactly. And the religion, it's just a matter of control, like everything else. I mean, we live in a controlling world, and the powers that be, or so they think. And now that curtain has been lifted, and people are seeing that we are all different, unique creatures that contribute to this creating of our world. And so now to see that and not be controlled, and yes, people are still being controlled. Oh, hopefully that will stop. And I really feel like the ones that are aware and that feel their connection to source, to God, to power universe, that we step out not alone. We have an entourage. We have angels around us. We have everything we need in order to just shine. And we all contribute uniquely and differently. And there's no two of us. It's just, we are just contributing to that whole creative power and source. And that's what I kind of got out of here, that we're seeing ourselves for who we really are and not the controlling aspects of what, we've been brought up over the years in our lifetime, in this particular lifetime anyway, to see that's not a solid situation. That's got a lot of holes in it.
It's crumbling. It is crumbling every day. That system is crumbling. And it's like, and more and more distractions every day, but they can't beat what is happening, what people are feeling, what people are knowing. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's, once you step into this other world, everything changes. Everything is different, and you're not touched, you're not affected by the illusion. You're really not. It's a very, very powerful time that we're in. Kyla says that heaven is within us. Go within to receive your heaven here on earth. Ache. That's what it is. People are seeing that that's the truth. They used to think, and they program people to believe that heaven is a place that you go to after you leave this vessel, and that's just not the truth.
That was a quote from
what you read. Yes.
Kim said it too.
You said, who said it too?
Kim, Smokey's guy.
Oh, Cam said it.
Yeah.
Oh, Cam said it, Smokey.
Heaven is within.
Heaven is in you.
Yeah. Yes, heaven's within. Yes.
That's the truth. All right, we're going to move on to our card pull for today, for the week.
All right. We're going to close our eyes and focus on anything that you want clarity on. We're going to call upon our angels, guides, and asking for their assistance. We feel the guidance that we are about to receive as a wise and benevolent message, and that will help you on your path and through the week. All right. Here we go. Okay. And the card is automatic negative thoughts. We've never had this one. Okay. You are learning to take charge of the thoughts you change to give life to. Okay, let me read that again. You are learning to take charge of the thoughts you choose to give life to. Are you feeling overwhelmed by automatic negative thoughts? You may find that as soon as you focus on something that makes you feel bad, they come swarming in. They came out of nowhere, and you find yourself wondering, whose thoughts are these? What what you focus on in the form of thoughts will begin to multiply. So if you find yourself focusing on uncomfortable situation, you will find that similar thoughts will start to take shape. If you give energy to those thoughts, they will overwhelm you. This is the nature of the human mind. The key is to understand that we have thousands of thoughts flooding in our minds on a daily basis. This card comes to you today because you may be feeding the wrong thoughts. If you find yourself overwhelmed by negative thoughts, try not to take them seriously. Then purposely think about something that makes you feel better. Understand that the thoughts that shape your reality, are the ones that you give energy to. Begin to purposely give energy to life, giving thoughts that make you feel good, and then let go of the ones that don't. This card comes to you today to remind you that negative thoughts are a part of the human experience. The ones that matter are the ones that you choose to give life to. You truly are in charge of the thoughts you choose to feed. Okay, and this card depicts the energy related to your question or questions. And I think it just kind of goes in hand to what we were reading. Our thoughts, we don't realize, and we have thousands and thousands of thoughts that cross our mind, but it's just like anything else. We go into something, we go on our search phone, and we go to a certain thing, and then all of a sudden we get a flood of that same thing we've been looking for, and it's like, wait a minute, I just did that. Or something comes up on a commercial, wait a minute, I'm just talking about it. So realistically, what we're seeing on a daily basis is what's going on in our mind. So we can create a world of beautiful harmony, harmoniously happy, just really, really, really being on that top blissful cloud all the time. But those thoughts, it's balance. They're going to come anyway, but what we realize, we don't have to give them power. We don't have to give them any kind of place in our creative space.
Absolutely. That was a great confirmation for what's happening now. There was something that I wanted to say and it totally just left my mind. That was a great example about the phones and what's happening now, because that's an excellent example, because that's exactly what it is. And so and then in this time, because we're still in the energy of the blood moon and this lunar eclipse that just happened, so it's like, this is about releasing that negativity and staying in your rituals of that you did to release. You don't just do it for one day. This is a continuous release so that you can stay ready for all of the great things that are happening that you can access just by your thoughts, just by your rituals of keeping your vibration high, by connecting to your spiritual self and spending time there, because that's important.
Yeah.
Solution.
It's really, really true.
Did you have anything you wanted to add about this?
About the card?
Yeah.
Card reading?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it did mention that negative thoughts can be a part of your thought process, but they don't have to be a permanent in your thought process.
That's what it said in the book?
That's what.
Oh, in there. Okay, yeah. I thought. All right. Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So it is about maintaining and controlling the way they exist in your mind, because that can be a part of it. It's not unhealthy, but at the same time, you can get off that path of negative thoughts and get on path of positive thoughts, if that's what you so choose.
It's your choice. Yep, that's the choice. Just like, you can have that thought of wanting to punch that person in the neck, but are you actually going to do it? Right? So it's your choice. Well, that was a fantastic session. Oh, wait, Kyla has something she wants to share. That card was a confirmation for me that I'm working on changing my response through responding in my higher self is definitely the right direction. I am so happy to hear that. It's always good when we could do that. I know I was tested on that a few times this week of, my reaction to things when, it was something that I didn't necessarily think was fair or want to receive or feel was right. It's like, it's all about the reaction, making that choice. And it always brings you a higher result. So great read today, you guys. I enjoyed it. Smokadocious, thank you so much for your time today. Does anybody have anything else they want to say before we wrap it up? Oh, Smokey.
That was interesting. That could have been.
Yes.
I saw a rattlesnake. A real live rattlesnake on the hike.
Whoa!
Did I send you a picture of it? I didn't send you a picture of it. Yeah, a real live rattlesnake. And it was so funny because Solution was like right there, and he couldn't believe that we were all over there and there was a real rattlesnake because he was like, no, y'all wouldn't be that dumb. I'm like... But yeah, we were looking at the rattlesnake. It was very interesting. Lots of symbolism on that trip. We saw some horses and tadpoles and lots of great dragonflies, crawfish. I thought that I could walk in the little riverbank, and I busted my booty. Look, this is manifestation, Smokey. I said, I'm walking across the water, and I said, these rocks are slippery as AF, because what is it, AF? I didn't even say the words. I said slippery as AF. As soon as that F came out my mouth, I dropped to the ground, to off my feet. Yeah, my hat was wet. Half my hat was wet. Half my body was wet. And so I was like, see, you got to be careful about what you think. You got to be careful about. But I did not hurt myself at all. I was not hurt at all. After that hike, though, it was just really interesting because it was like, it's time to move. It's time to stop everything. It's time for this real thing to happen, like this physical thing that has been manifesting. I've been getting the information that it's like, even in my stillness, and I've known this, but it feels so real now that in my stillness, everything is vibrating and happening for my highest good, for my benefit. So it's like, all these years, Smokey, that you've been telling me to just sit still, just relax, just don't do nothing. And that's just been the hardest thing for me to do. And it has been because it is easier to work and stay busy because you don't have to, being with yourself and only focusing on yourself really takes a lot of self-reflection that you have to really be ready to take accountability for. And there's just some things that for me, I had to, like, even just in my health, in the way that I look, in the way that I want to look, different things like that. I have to take accountability. I know what I'm not doing. Even the simplest thing is not drinking enough water. That's going to make the biggest difference, in the world. Yeah. I had done the whole, free sugar thing in November, and I did it really easily, and it was great, and I felt good, and it was wonderful. And then right after, then comes, all of this stuff that's going on in the world. And of course, we're being affected by it in some way. I didn't think that I was being affected, but I was being affected by continuing to, well, this is what I want to do. Like Conchita was coming out all the time. And when Conchita want cake, she want cake. When Conchita wants sugar, that's what she's going to have, And so it was just something that was really out of my control, but in my control, obviously, you know what I'm saying? And so I had to recognize that it's like, no, there's There's just no excuse for any of it for myself and what I desire and what I choose. So it's like, I know that sugar is crack, so I can't have it. I just can't have it. And it's like, and we give ourselves these excuses as to why it's okay. Oh, well, it's a celebration, it's okay. Or it's a birthday, it's okay. And so we keep saying that it's okay in these things. And of course, it's sugar. We know what that is. It builds more. And that's just another example. Any addiction is the same way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's just a matter of every individual making the choice to not, and that's for wherever you are, whether it's sugar or crack. You have to, have the mind to make that choice. And unfortunately, crack takes your mind, so it makes it difficult to be in the right space. And fortunately, sugar doesn't take, well, it kind of still takes your mind, but you still have at least more control of a sugar addiction than you do a higher addiction. But it's all the same formula when it comes to healing it. We have to make the choice to do it from our own minds and our own actions. So that's what I'm doing. Hola, Naturiel. We're wrapping it up, so you're gonna have to rewind. But we're glad that you came. We're glad that you're here, and your energy is always welcome. So yes, it's been a fascinating week of realization for me. I'm in love. I'm in love with life and with all of the things that are happening. I'm excited about what's to come. And I do have an idea of what it is. I just don't know how it's all going to play out. But that's none of my business. My spiritual team, look, Allah, God, the Lord, has all that set up. So I'm just enjoying life and enjoying every moment in it. So that's all I have to say.
Okay.
All right, Smokadocious, we getting out of here.
All right, baby. Okay, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God is with us. Where we are, God is, and so it is.
And so it is. I chill.